In many ways, Bo Jackson personifies Auburn's disappointing season. The front-runner for the Heisman went down with a separated shoulder against Texas, the second game of the year. While his team went through the middle of its schedule, reeling off 6 victories, Bo sat at home, depressed, never having experienced a serious injury. He lost 20 pounds. When the Tigers returned from their last-second win over Mississippi State, Bo told the Auburn trainer, Herb Waldrop, he wanted to play. It can be argued both ways. It will be that Bo was not ready to return. It is a fact that he only showed glimpses of his old brilliance. And then, in those final thunderous moments against Alabama at the 1-yard line, he failed to hear the audible, went the wrong way, and wrote another memorable chapter in the Auburn-Alabama series.
How have people treated you since the Alabama game?
Well, there's always going to be some people out there to just have negative feelings, whether they're pulling for Auburn or pulling for the other team. And, you know, a person that can't take criticism is a fool. And, you know, nobody's perfect.
That's why those tickets are $15, huh?
Yes. So, you know, I don't let it bother me.
What do you want to accomplish next year?
That's hard to say. Just making it, that's all.
You think you're going to be better equipped to handle next year than you were this year?
I think I'll be better equipped to handle the press. I don't worry about the public, you know.
What do you think about guys like me?
Huh? Well, you got to do your job. You got to take some, well, you got to take the bacon home.
What, have you felt you've had some bad press, though?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say bad press, but, you know.
That wasn't a writer, was it?
No, there's some people. Well, you know, fan mail.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I enjoy reading it.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you let it affect you, though?
No, I don't. Well, I like to read stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, well, that tells me that there are some people out there that don't pull for Auburn that's thinking about Auburn.
Yeah.
That's thinking about me.
Yeah, but you got tired of explaining that you didn't hear the count and that stuff, didn't you?
But I guess I'll be explaining that for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was just one of those things.
You think it will make the Alabama game more important to some people, to the whole team perhaps next year?
Yes, I think it will. But I'm not saying that if I hadn't went the right way, that we would have won.
Yeah.
But just looking out there on the field and see me go the wrong way and see Brent Fullwood get sacked 2 yards.
And all the poems and all that stuff.
Yes, stuff like that.
You got any good poems?
No, but I got a good joke. I got one in the mail that says, Bo, dude, you know how to get to Memphis. Go to the 1-yard line and go left. I love that one. I think that's gonna make me famous. That joke. I love it.
You got a good attitude, you know that?
Yeah, well, you got to be in this business, you know, because you'll always get criticized whether you win or lose. Yeah. And I'm glad that I'm not perfect, because the last perfect man, they drove stakes in him.
That's right.
So, you know.
You glad you got one more game?
Yes.
Want to have a good game?
I plan to.
Okay.
If I can get some rest.
There has been much talk about Auburn's lack of motivation for this game. That won't be the case. Dye and his men have put the Alabama game away. They're looking to 1985 now, and winning the Liberty Bowl is the first step.
You look a lot better than you did 11 days ago.
Well, since I've been to Memphis, I've had a good night's rest. I haven't been, and you know, it's. I think time cures a lot of things. So.
What about 1985? What?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. You know, I'm excited about the players that we have coming back, and I'm excited about starting in January and building a football team. And I think our players are.
How about the tools that are at hand for that 85 team? Are they there?
Well, I think so. I think we're going to make some adjustments, and we're going to do some. We're going to look at we're going to look at everything we're doing, offensively and defensively, and Our coaching staff is going to visit around the country and make sure that we're doing what we're doing is the best.
Could that entail a change of offense?
Well, I think we're going to do some different things. And I've thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. I'm not going to say that we're going to get totally away from the wishbone. I think that what I'd like to do is continue to run the wishbone and just run it better and be more effective and execute better. But to say that we're going to get totally away from it is, right now, is furthest thing from my mind. But I would expect to see us next year in some 3 wide outs, using 3 receivers, using 2 tight ends a lot, and 2 back some, probably our back set, and maybe some formations where we're using 1 back. And maybe use 1 back with 2 tight ends and 2 flankers. And,
You'll have a real learning session in the spring.
well, I think it'll be good for our defense too, because we see all those formations during the course of a year. And the thing that we have some outstanding players in other positions other than running back. And I think that we have the ability at quarterback and on our offensive line to maybe, be a very effective multiple offensive football team. So I think it'll be good for our defense and being able to work against these different formations in the spring that we see all fall. And at the same time, I don't want to lose intangibles that the wishbone gives you. The discipline and the unselfishness and the fact that we do have a lot of running backs that need to play too.
Could part of your improved appearance be that recruiting is looking pretty good?
Well, I think that recruiting is like it's been, really. There's a lot of good football players in the state of Alabama and a lot of good football players in the state of Georgia where we recruit, in Florida, in our recruiting area, and I think it's going to be like it's been, Phil. I think that we're going to sign good football players. I think that Georgia and Alabama and Florida State, people that recruit the same Georgia Tech, recruit the same areas and same people we recruit, we all going to recruit some good players. And I don't see it as being any different than it's been. And all those football teams have good players now. So we'll just have to, try to get our share of them and hope that some of them want to come to Auburn to school.
A closing note, Pat Dye coach teams have never lost a bowl game. He won the Independence Bowl while at East Carolina, 2 years ago at Auburn, the Tangerine, and then, of course, the Sugar Bowl last year. Now all is set for Arkansas and Auburn in the Liberty Bowl game here before 50,000 and a national television audience tomorrow night. With Vic Irving in Memphis, this is Phil Snow. Thank you. Good night.
Right at you. Throw ISO back and forth to receive. Right there, Luke.
Final score, Arkansas 28, Texas A&M nothing, and the homecoming record stood at 23 wins in the last 27 games. Never in the long history of the Southwest Conference has a team won the championship and earned a Cotton Bowl trip. The victory was the start of a 4-game winning streak for the Razorbacks, which would set up a championship meeting with SMU and a trip to the Cotton Bowl. The Rice Owls did little to slow the Hogs' momentum, and once again the defense gave up only a pair of field goals in helping lead to a 28-6 victory. It was another showcase for wide receiver James Shebest, who caught this touchdown pass of 30 yards from Brad Taylor.
All kinds of time throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! James Shebest. What a way to open the game.
Taylor himself ran for 2 more touchdowns. Final 28-6 Arkansas. By now the Hogs were on a roll and headed for Waco, where always tough Baylor awaited. The Bears hadn't had much luck in the win column, but they were probably as good in personnel as any team in the Southwest Conference. The long series was tied at 30-30 with 2 ties. The fullback position got the Hogs' first score of the game. It came from Marshall Foreman, scoring from the Baylor 2, following a Baylor turnover. Foreman carried the ball 4 times in the 5-play drive, and Arkansas led 7-0. Brad Taylor suffered a bruised back and strained neck late in that game and had to be replaced by Danny Nutt. Nutt answered the call once again by throwing to James Shebest for... The success of Tulsa's season, meanwhile, in this long rivalry, is usually based on its success against Arkansas. But again, the Razorbacks withstood the challenge and won their first game for new coach Hatfield, 18-9. The foundation was in place. The Hogs struck quickly with an 80-yard, 16-play drive, execution of the flex bone to perfection. Not only did the Razorbacks chew up 80 yards on that drive, but 8 minutes, 36 seconds of the clock. A preview of possession dominance by the Hogs throughout the year. The touchdown came on this run by fullback Marshall Foreman.
Big hole, Foreman. He's going to score. Touchdown, Arkansas. We saw it a week ago against Old...
Come on, Plastic. Come on, Plastic. Come on, Plastic. All right. That'll work right there. That one will work. All right. Oh, come on. Come on. All right. Give a little noise. Now give a little noise. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Eyes on feet move. All right. No, come on in. Oh! Oh, yeah, watch it. Come on. Right leg. Left leg. Right leg. Left leg. All right, get that shoulder loose now. Get the shoulders loose. Get it all the way across town now so them hogs can hear it.
This is a great block. He's getting better hands. This one right here is a great football player.
I remember him.
And these two down there.
You see what that pro game they did yesterday? Or day before yesterday? You just take these people on that bump run stuff, you made vegetables out of those people, you know. They playing you with 9 people first.
Listen up. All right, move along.
Should have went with us last night. We had a good time too.
Pick it up. Go. 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 Right leg. Left leg. Hey, fight! Hey! Red faded. You got to do that. Go, get ready, run the line. Let's go. What the hell your back got to be? Oh, do it right. Sustain your blocks now. Onside tackle, the only one bucking his butt to get downfield. All right, let's go left. 34 inside, second side. Left. Two technique, Bobby, two technique. Linebacker. Look at me now. You got line. Go right there. Right there. You got it. Got it.
number 90. Number 34, Bo Jackson.
I saw that one dude in baseball. I wasn't worried about him. I tried to set him up.